Viral project, which is out right now, and you guys are about to learn a lot. Hey,
Yo, what's
how
up?
are you?
I'm good. I'm at the
Thank
post
you for
office.
your time. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I feel you. You still gotta get stuff done. I know, even though we out here in a quarantine, there's certain things that gotta get done.
Right. I had to mail out like 200 packages just now.
200? Nice. Okay, so
I'm
what you
kind of
what you
hot
been
out.
up to?
I'm kind of hot out here, ma. Just a little bit, a little bit.
A little bit, okay.
What's up?
A
Not,
lot.
not a lot. It could be a lot better, but right now it's like, cause you know what it is us being like entrepreneurs and us being like artists, but we also, at least the smart ones, we sell merch. That's how we stay. That's how we live. So we could build a solid enough following. We could sell them merch, and right now is the best time to sell merch. Why? Because there's no malls, there's no stores open. So, you know what I mean. Right now is the best time for us to sell merch.
Absolutely. What's your bestseller?
I so I do limited runs. So I just did like a limited run T-shirt of like a Chinese menu, but it said China Mac viral, and it had like the Chinese menu on the back, but instead of the dishes, it had my lyrics to each song. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that I printed up like about, I don't know, like 75. I sold out in 2 days. So, and then I don't have any
Wow.
more. So now everybody's waiting for my next release.
That's so dope. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Much appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The choppies is waiting for the next release, so I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm about to give them some fire.
Yeah, can we get a preview on what that is, or we gotta wait on it?
What are you talking about? My merch?
Yeah, next release.
Oh, it's another shirt that has something to do with my new album, and I hooked it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's fire. And everybody's saying that my new album is really good. So it just makes sense for me to push with the merch. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are you supporting me, you're also helping me promote. You know what I mean? When you get the merch, you wear my shit. People's like, "Oh, what's that?" And then there's more people looking at China Mac. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely
Absolutely. And yes, the project, oh my God, the album is so good. Like I was listening to it and I felt everything you were rapping about. I really wanted to talk about the cover.
all right.
Yeah, so what was that idea? Like how did that idea come about? And I like the fact that you incorporated like the face part.
Right. Well, that's definitely influenced by like the artwork cover of like Benny the Butcher and all of them. Like they really started that wave. So the artwork has something inspired by that, but really what that cover means is just is what we're going through right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from New York. That picture was taken in New York. That was our reality for right now. Still, it's been our reality. So it's like, and plus when we say like, when 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 we make good music, you know what I'm saying, we hope that it goes viral. You know what I'm saying? We make shit that we make content, we hope that it goes viral, like it goes. But also what viral is also what we're going through right now. Virus. The virus, you know what I mean? We were just going through a viral stage. We're still going through it right now. So, that's what that artwork just, really represents that, what we're going through, and also what I think the music is. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. And when I was listening to Old Heads, there was like a lyric and I fell in love with it, right? So you were like, came home and got it, did a whole 360,
It's
right?
my time to go, I'm taking somebody with me. Get rich or die trying like a old 350. Kept it all the way a buck when the shit got sticky. Came home and got to it, did a whole 360.
And that was deep because you really changed so many things. Like, you went through a lot of different experiences. So what would you say leveled you to this high level of success that you're at right now?
One step at a time. One step at a
Hmm.
time. Every day, as long as you take one step, you taking one. You moving forward. Sometimes them steps is like 100 steps. Like, you know what I mean. Sometimes like you just stumble across something good, and instead of taking one step that day, you took 100 steps. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you might take 1,000 steps, but as long as every day you taking one step, and sometimes you might take a back step because shit gets hard. You know what I mean? But as long as we keep pushing, we keep on taking steps. is shit is inevitable because we make
Right.
it. It's really it's determined. It's really dependent on us how we make it. You know what I'm saying? So if we have something that we truly believe in, all we have to do is sell it. That's all we got to do. So, us being rappers, we also have to be salesmen. We got to sell ourselves. We got to sell our product. Why is my album better than any other album right now? Why should you be listening to my album? We have to tell that. We have to continually remind people. You know what I'm saying? And we have to continually remind people of what we are and who we are, like continually, all the time. And that's how I feel like you build to that level. You know what I mean? And I'm nowhere near where I think I should be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm blessed to be at this level, and it took a lot of hard work, but it's possible. When I first came, when I was talking about this in prison, and I was telling people like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and do the rap shit," they was looking at me like, "Yeah, right." You know what I mean? And when I first came
Mhm.
home and I started doing it, I had like 100 followers for a whole year. You know what I'm saying? But it's just consistency, and you consistently grinding. You're gonna catch a growth spurt, and you just take advantage of it.
Right, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up. Like people doubting you, and especially when you were in jail, it's like you're supposed to get love. You know what I mean? Like, because you out here, you still trying to do something that would be great for your career, and you still handling, your
Right.
business. So, how do you think your personal experiences prepared you for the music industry and all the stuff that you might have to go through now that you out dealing with these people in the
Yo, no,
industry?
let me tell you something. Yo, you see the comments. I know you're reading the comments. The comments is
Yes,
crazy
beast
right now.
mode.
Yo, beast mode on the comments. I love it. Kids. I love this shit. This is what I do. Like, I love when I see the hate. I love that shit. You know why? Because y'all paying attention. Y'all paying attention. So now listen, check this out, right? This is how I feel. What I've been through is prison. When I stood in front of the judge, right, or when I stood in front of the police officers, and my life is on the line, you know what I'm saying? I handled myself accordingly, and I was able to, have thick skin for that. You know what I'm saying? I was able to walk them in the yard, in prison yards, being the only Chinese person there, and I had enough thick skin. I was tough enough to handle that and come out like a man. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
not have to break or fold or conform in any way. I was myself, and I came home myself, right? So if I was able to do that in prison, out here, this is light. This is nothing. Every day, I don't care. If I have trolls, if I have people telling me, "Oh fuck you," trying to man, I don't care. I'd rather have that than nobody talking about me at all. So, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate them. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate them.
You know what? I get that too because somebody did say that all
My new
publicity is
album,
good
listen,
publicity.
my new album, Viral, is so fire.
Nah, it
It's so
is.
fire.
That's a
It's fire.
fact.
Right. So now let's what's up? What else we talking about?
All right. So, getting into that, I was listening to Jungle, and the part that really stood out
All
when
right.
you were
So
talking about
hold
your
on. Old
friend.
head. When you heard old head, like, what was the
Hmm.
feeling that you got? Like, what? I know because it's like, are you used to hearing music like that? Like, what was the feeling that you heard when you first heard that?
You know what's crazy? It reminded me of the 90s, and I don't feel like I'm hearing music like that anymore. So that is really impressive. You know what I mean? Because it's like modern still. Like it's not something that's outdate. It's just crazy because everybody's doing the same sound, and you're not doing the same sound at all, which is really dope. And I think the industry is missing that type of flow and that flavor. And I'm glad that, you're holding in there. You know what I mean? You stay in tune to what's real to you and you're not trying to trend and you're not doing something purposely to go viral. So I
Right.
thought that was pretty dope when I heard Old Heads. And, it was interesting because you talked about so many things like vividly. And I was just like, wow, like for you to even put that on a track, that got to be a little difficult, no? Or is it easy for you because it's your
Which
life?
track are we talking about? Which track are we talking about?
Old heads, specifically old heads, because you really
It
went
was.
in
I
about.
mean, it flowed out. It came out. The beat was so soulful. It just really, I just really tapped into. Sometimes as artists, we sometimes we get in that mode and we just tap in. You know what I mean? You look like an artist. Are you an artist of any sort? You are.
Well, just
This is
writing,
an art.
yeah,
This is an art.
exactly.
You interviewing somebody is an art, right? So it's like sometimes you're on point. Like it's just like, you're on cue. You ask the best questions. The energy was just superb. Like you couldn't have planned that. You know what I mean? And that's just how sometimes as artists, music comes out just like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just, wow, it clicks. You know what I mean? And sometimes it don't. Sometimes you gotta do 10 songs to get one that you feel like is, that has that energy. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's a fact. Well, where do you feel like you come up with the best lyrics? Do you have a specific spot or it just be random?
it'd be like I create in the studio, and sometimes I might see something, and it might inspire me, and then I write it down. But mostly in the studio, I just do it in the studio.
Okay, that's dope. I respect that.
Right.
So on Jungle, what I was like really listening when you were talking about your first, it's like you don't hold back. It seems like you don't ever second guess anything. You just go in. Have you
Right.
always been like that growing up? Like, was that always your lifestyle? Like, just keep it real, 100. I love that about you, though.
I have no chip. Like sometimes I just see it and I just go. You know what I mean? I've been like that all my life. I've been like that all my life. Uh, it's worked for me. It hasn't worked for me. You know what I mean? It's just a trait that I can't not be. It's me, and sometimes it gets me in trouble, but sometimes it helps me. So it's one of those things.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But I just go like when I see a situation, if I feel like something is if I feel like it needs my attention, I'm on it. You know what I mean? And that's how it is with the music too. When I made Jungle, I heard the beat and I was like, oh, this is fire. This is super fire. My guy Brett Beats, he sent me the beat. And then I had Trev Moolah come in there and he sang the hook. And he just really put it together for me. Once I heard the hook, I knew where to go.
Yeah, you actually got him on two songs. So how did y'all meet? How did that come about? Why did you pick him as your only feature?
He's on 3 songs. Trevor's on
Or
three
was it three?
songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's on so but we didn't talk about informants. So this is the reason why we have all of these haters right now. Because
Yeah, 6ix9ine.
I came out and spoke about 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? I
I saw
came out
that.
and said, yo, earlier I was like on my Instagram, I was like, oh, yo, I got fucking proof that 6ix9ine got raped in jail. You know what I mean? And come on my live, and then like 1,000 people was on my live. I was like, yo, once we get to 1,000, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I got, right? I'm gonna show you the picture, the proof. And then I just put up a picture of Bill Cosby like behind him, of me, a picture of Bill Cosby behind him. So people mad right now. So
Oh, I saw that.
you saw it.
Yeah, like so. First of all the comments is 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine.
Right, right,
Yo,
right.
believe it
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not, I was gonna ask you that last, but since we here, we just gonna go hard. Yeah, just go hard. Let you say everything because the fans and everybody on here going crazy about the whole
Yeah,
six
people,
nine
the
thing.
whole 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen. At the end of the day, I couldn't really care about that kid. Like, I really don't have no like emotional tie to him. I really could care less of him. He could be the richest man tomorrow. He could die right now. I really wouldn't. It wouldn't bother me, right? The thing is what he represents. You know what I'm saying? What he represents, what he's telling our children is this, and he's telling our children like, yo, you could join a gang, you could do gangster shit, you could, be a part of that life, knowing that you're not about it, but you do it, and then when it gets hot, you just tell. This is what we telling our kids. Like, yo, you could just do that shit and just tell, and you'll be forgiven. It's gonna be like, and then you could come, and that's what we're telling our kids. But not all of our kids have money to hire lawyers, hire security, hire this, hire that. So, a lot of times that's just more poison. Like, you don't think the feds want this kid to be the poster child of rap of snitching? Like, hip hop was always against that shit. Hip hop was always against that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a kid. So for me to see that and people to even jack it, it just, I wouldn't be myself. I wouldn't really be able to sleep if I didn't talk about it. That's not right. This is what we telling people. Like, it's cool, and he's gonna have people like jagging it, but I couldn't just sit there and not say nothing. I gotta say something, man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's disgusting. I feel like it's not. This is not what I know. He's killing hip hop. Like, he's just hands down. Like, 6ix9ine just killed hip hop.
Like road game, tats on your face make you easy to spot. Put a hole in your chest, same size as a pot. Moving up the trap house, got the line out